In the shadows of feudal Japan, there existed a warrior who was never meant to be seen, who struck without sound, who vanished without trace, and whose very existence was denied by those in power. They were not samurai. They did not seek glory. They did not fight fair. They were shinobi, the invisible hand of history. For over 600 years, their training methods remained one of Japan's most closely guarded secrets, passed down in silence, recorded nowhere, spoken of only in whispers. Tonight, those secrets are revealed. This is the hidden training of the ninja. The shinobi body had to become weightless, silent, and tireless. Training was brutal and never-ending. Running 50 to 100 kilometers per day across mountains while carrying weights. Rooftop running, yaneashi, sprinting silently across traditional Japanese tiled roofs at full speed without dislodging a single tile. Climbing sheer castle walls using only tekagi, hand claws, and ashiko, foot spikes, or sometimes just fingertips and toes. Mizukumo, water spider training, learning to cross rivers and moats using inflatable animal skins or wooden floats while remaining completely silent. Endless repetition of falls, rolls, and leaps from heights to eliminate the body's natural fear of falling. The result? A human being who could scale a 10-meter wall in seconds, drop from a roof without sound, and run for an entire night without rest. Contrary to movies, shinobi avoided open combat. Their weapons were small, silent, and designed for one purpose: to let the ninja complete the mission and escape alive. Key tools included shuriken, not Hollywood throwing stars meant to kill, but distraction or pinning tools, often dipped in poison or feces to cause infection. Kusarigama, a sickle attached to a weighted chain, used to disarm armored samurai from distance. Kage and shuko, metal claws and handbands with spikes for climbing and close combat. Fukiya, blowgun, with poisoned needles, completely silent up to 20 to 30 meters. Tetsubishi, caltrops scattered behind to slow pursuers. Metsubushi, blinding powder, thrown into the eyes. Eggshells filled with ash, pepper, and ground glass. Every tool was concealable, multi-purpose, and chosen for maximum efficiency with minimum risk. The greatest ninja weapon was never steel. It was the mind that planned 10 steps ahead. Shinobi were taught the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Training included deep study of psychology, how to spread false rumors, impersonate others, forge documents. Environmental reading, noticing which floorboards creak, which guard changes shift at what hour. Contingency planning. Every mission had at least 3 escape routes and 3 false identities prepared. Hensojutsu, disguise arts, training as farmers, monks, merchants, even women. Kunoichi, to gather intelligence unnoticed. A single ninja could delay an entire army by burning supply boats, poisoning wells, or starting fires in the right sequence, all without ever being seen. Ninja training was never taught in classrooms. It followed the ancient principle of Minarai, learning by watching. A young shinobi spent years doing nothing but observing the master, copying every movement exactly, the angle of a wrist when throwing a shuriken, the breathing pattern during meditation. receiving almost no verbal instruction, only occasional correction with a bamboo stick. This steal the technique with your eyes method produced near-perfect transmission of knowledge from one generation to the next, even when writing was forbidden. The ninja vanished from history centuries ago, but their training lives on. Discipline that turns fear into focus. Strategy that wins without fighting. Silence that speaks louder than swords. Efficiency that achieves the impossible with the minimum. These are not relics of the past, they are timeless principles. In a world full of noise and distraction, perhaps the greatest rebellion is to once again become a shadow, calm, aware, unbreakable. Thank you for watching. If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, like, subscribe, and train your own shadow.